No, sir.
So we are in live, sir.
One note you can use to annotate.
Okay. Welcome to the first live session in this course, Fundamental Concepts in Social Linguistics. I am Prakash, the course instructor, and I'm happy to answer your questions you may have after going through the content of almost 6 weeks by now. So I would love to interact with you. This is the first occasion that we're meeting. We'll have many such occasions in future, and this is the first occasion that we're meeting. And I would be happy to answer your questions if you have any. Uh, if you look at in these weeks, what we have covered is the fundamental concepts in linguistics. We started with general concepts like language as a system, design features of human language, and theory of language and linguistic relativity, language and linguistic determinism, language and culture, language and gender. So these are preliminary basic fundamental issues that we discussed. As the course name suggests, it is fundamental concepts in social linguistics. We started with general linguistics and slowly moved to uh, core topics of social linguistics. Language is a beautiful phenomenon, and all of us speak at least one language, and majority of cases in India, for example, we all are at least bilingual. And how this language is acquired, and how do we put this acquired language into practice? We talked in 1 week module where we talked about first language acquisition and relevant theory in that. We talked about behaviorist paradigm, how behaviorism looks at language acquisition process, how behaviorism looks at language as a total part of total human behavior. We also learned how this position, behaviorist position, was questioned and criticized by Chomsky, and how a new nativist paradigm, we also call it innateness paradigm, came into being with Chomsky intervention and proposal of innate hypothesis that sees language as innate and native to human. We talked about key concepts in language acquisition, and then so on. So far, we have covered this much, and I welcome all of you to have any question if you have, and I would love to interact with you and answer your queries. You can post your questions in the chat box, or you can ask directly. Okay, Neeraj has a question. Syntax analysis, syntactic analysis, it is called, and semantic analysis of any language, how to do it. Uh, See, there are standard theoretical frameworks under which we do syntactic analysis, we do syntax, semantic analysis. For example, uh, established Chomsky tradition, where we have government and banding theory, we have minimalism, and government and binding theory is a modular approach that allows you to do a detailed syntactic analysis of any syntactic structure of a language. So there are established theories, and there are courses on syntax offered by NPTEL. However, you can look into available frameworks in syntax and semantics to analyze sentences. Hmm. I'm just waiting for some questions. Okay, how English became universal language, reasons. See, there's nothing called universal language. English is not a universal language. Of course, English is widely spoken, and the reasons lie in its colonial history. when Britishers occupied a huge size of territory during colonial period, and they left behind them colonial legacies. Uh, Technological advancements have also promoted English to become language of technology, and globalization has ushered in, promoting English as, in quotes, world language. Now, when we say English, we are not referring to a particular variety of English, because if you look at Caribbean English, is different from Australian English, that is different from Canadian English, that is different from American English, that is different from Indian English, or English is spoken in China or Japan. So English has multiple variants. We call it Englishes now, and it is not a universal language. But of course, it is widely spoken. It has become language of trade and commerce, language of technology, and globalization has become instrumental in spreading English over all other languages. And we also had a discussion on English saying that, David Crystal predicts a situation where possibly uh, world is going towards a very typical bilingualism where English becomes language to connect with world community, and your own language becomes instrumental in connecting with your own community. But of course, colonization history, globalization, advancement in trade, commerce, exponential growth of technology and internet has promoted English as a widely accepted language. But there's nothing called universal language. I hope I answered the question. And I will also suggest all of you to post your questions in our interactive forum. We regularly check that and we will try to post your answer and address your queries in the forum. So you can also post your questions in the forum. I'm waiting for the questions.
So we wind up the sections.
Yeah, this is, we have to go
Please
over
conclude
this,
something
slide
else.
itself.
Okay. So fine, this was the first live session, and most of you could not join, but I hope that in the next live session we'll have a number of queries and questions, and we'll make it more interactive. You can post your questions in the forum as well, because we know we keep on checking the forum and responding to your queries. So see you in the next live session very soon. It will be announced in advance, and I urge all of you to join next live session. Thank you very much.